Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a camera comparison of two smartphones below the 20k price segment, both from Poco. We have the Poco M2 Pro launched recently in India. Along with that, we are going to compare another Poco device, the Poco X2. So these two devices are below the 20k price segment and both of them have really great cameras and both have a quad camera setup. So if you look at the camera on the Poco M2 Pro, it has a 48 megapixel Samsung GM2 sensor. It has an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, 5 megapixel macro sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensor is included. Now the front camera is a 16 megapixel sensor. Now if you look at the camera hardware of the Poco X2, it has a slightly superior hardware. It has a Sony's IMX686 64 megapixel sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. We have a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro sensor. Now if you look at the front panel, it has a dual selfie camera. It has a 20 plus 2 megapixel dual selfie camera included. So that is the camera hardware of the Poco M2 Pro and the Poco X2. So which of these cameras is better in the sub 20k price segment? So let's find out in this camera comparison. First step, let's have a look at the video recording. Here both the smartphones can record videos in 1080p resolution as well as 4K resolution. 1080p resolution has support for both 30 and 60 fps and there is stabilization offered on both the phones. The stabilization looks good on both the devices. Now the Poco X2 also offers 4K videos with electronic image stabilization, which is missing on the Poco M2 Pro. The video quality is as such looks quite similar on both the phones. Next step, the daylight captures. Looking at the captures, you can see both offers good performance and details and sharpness levels are also good. But when you zoom into the pictures, you could see Poco X2 offers slightly better details and sharpness levels. Both the devices have quite similar color reproduction and also exhibit slightly vivid colors, especially for the greenery. But overall, colors are a tad better on the Poco X2. The dynamic range also seems to be slightly better on the Poco X2. Both the devices have ultra wide angle camera and images are quite similar again and the quality is kind of okay. Here again overall quality was slightly better on the Poco X2. Now moving on to the close-up shots, both the devices have good details and sharpness levels and here again both exhibit vibrant colors. While neither of them have natural colors, the color saturations are higher on Poco, especially for the reds. Both the devices offer macro sensor. Here the sharpness levels look good but color seems to be better on the Poco X2. Next, the portrait shots. Here both the devices perform pretty well and once again the skin tones are natural on the Poco X2, while edge detection seems to be really good on both the phones. Next, moving on to the low light performance. Here in indoor lighting, Poco X2 has better sharper images and slightly better looking images, while the Poco M2 Pro wasn't far behind. When light drops further, you can clearly see the Poco X2 taking lead with better Sony IMX686 sensor. Now both the devices offer night mode and here again Poco X2 has the advantage with more details and sharper images. Finally, the selfie experience. While the Poco X2 has a dual selfie camera, the M2 Pro selfies were better as skin tones were closer to reality and also better dynamic range. The Poco X2 has the tendency to whiten the photos. The Poco M2 Pro also offers night mode in selfies. In terms of portrait selfies, both did a good job with edge detection. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Poco M2 Pro. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is, the stabilization and also the audio quality from the Poco M2 Pro. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Poco X2, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the resolution and the clarity of the 1080p footage taken with the front camera. So now summing up, you could see that the Poco X2 emerged as a winner even though Poco M2 Pro had edge in selfies and colors in the close-up shots. But if you look at the camera at large, the Poco X2 with better sensor offers more detailed camera and better options as well. So our pick of the camera would be the Poco X2. So which one did you like? Do let us know in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with a camera comparison of the Poco X2 and the Poco M2 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Have a great day.